So for today's video, we're back in the UK working again on the Lotus Elan Turbo. We headed over to Pyramid Car Care, an awesome facility. Rye, the owner, is an absolute craftsman and really enjoys detailing. Now they also got into a bunch of other stuff. They do tons of PPF work, tint, all that kind of good stuff. But he loves his roots in the detailing world and is a true, like I said, true craftsman and really enjoys all the detailing work. So as you can see, we're gonna go ahead and start off this job with a proper decon wash. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of the wheels. And then we'll go ahead and do decon on the paint as well to get everything nice and ready for some paint correction. Now we are limited on time. So I was out in the UK to work on this vehicle with my friend, as well as do a vehicle order at Rolls-Royce for one of my clients. And this vehicle, again, we were doing a bunch of different stuff. Now at this point, we had already gotten the wheels resurfaced. We are actually completely redone. If you missed that video, it's a really cool process on how they did that. We also had the undercoating done, and now it's time to get the paint looking much better. So as we pull the vehicle in, as you see, right now it looks pretty good, but once we get it under the light, as you can see here, just tons of haziness, not nearly as crispy as it should be. Just the clarity isn't there. And like I said, Rye is the man. So he actually set up a tape line and started testing some compounds and polishes to find the best result that we could do in the least amount of time. Again, we're limited on time here. We're essentially doing a one-step, but testing a few different things. We tested out Sonax and then also a Co-Chemi product that I have not used. I believe, I'll show it here in a little bit, but I believe it was H802, which here in the States we have H902, but the winner here that was getting the best results in the fastest amount of time was the Co-Chemi product. Again, it's very good to have multiple products in your arsenal because you never know how the paint's gonna react to a certain compound, polish, whatever else. So although yes, you can get everything done with one, sometimes it's more efficient to have more so you can actually get to work and be the most efficient that you can and actually get the job done quicker. So as you can see here, guys, right, an interesting thing to me is we're actually using flex polishers here, and I am gonna hop in here and help him out with the polishing here in a little bit. But interestingly enough to me, he loves the forced rotation flex machine. Now, personally for me, I usually stick to a standard DA machine, either a 15, 21, or even larger throws, like the DIY detail polisher up at 25. But he just, it's one of those things, you have your preferences, and he achieves insane results with the forced rotation from Flex. So we're gonna go ahead and just polish the vehicle out, make sure it's looking its best, at least, again, its best warranted with the amount of time that we're gonna have. So as you can see, we're still doing a couple test spots, but we're about to get on with the whole process. Now, essentially, we're gonna just kind of start at opposite ends and work towards each other. Again, I'm getting to use a forced rotation here, and I'm having a good time using the machine. It's always fun to play with new machines and see what they can do. So like I said, we're just gonna go around the vehicle, work towards each other, and get this thing all done. Now, if you see the interior panel of the door, that is my friend right there. He is the owner of the vehicle, and he's working on changing the color of the interior because originally this had a yellow interior, yellow carpets, and yellow door inlays. So he's changing those over to a gray from a different Lotus and making it look much better. Now let me go ahead and introduce you guys to Rye from Pyramid Car Care. All right, what's up everyone? We are in Worcester, England. As I said, we are working on this Lotus Elan and getting it all kind of revitalized before we take it back to the factory and we have our factory tour and driving event at Lotus. So we're here today at Pyramid Car Care. We've got Rye here. Thank you so much for having us in, man. So yeah, we just went around the vehicle. We were limited on time, so we were able to get a lot done in a little bit of time. So the car is looking fantastic, so much better than it was just a few hours ago, right? So
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, right. If you don't mind just telling us kind of a little bit about your business, how long you guys been here, and all of the different things that you guys offer.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been going since August in 2016. Started off predominantly as a product sales business. So we started off with shampoos, basic things along those lines. Sort of catapulted ourselves into the frame with a fast curing ceramic coating.
Gotcha.
And then from there launched our service centre, which is just, again, growing the business to a level that we never thought was possible to begin with. And yeah, here we are. This is our main sort of handover unit. All the nice lighting so we can see everything that's going on from a polishing point of view. And yeah, bit more time would have been nice, but we got a good,
Sure, yeah, exactly.
got a good result after what we did. So.
We got done what we could. So you have your main wash bay sort of over here. This is the delivery bay. You got PPF, vinyl, tint, all that stuff over here.
Yeah.
And then also dry ice blasting under Sub-Zero.
Exactly that, yeah. So every aspect of sort of car care we can cater for at Pyramid. Whether that's paint repairs, alloy wheel refurbishments, ice blasting as you mentioned.
Yep.
Paint protection film is probably the biggest part of our business now. But we haven't forgotten our roots with the detailing.
Yeah,
stuff,
exactly.
So.
That's always, And it's one of those things, you have to know those basics before you can go into that, because otherwise you don't want to apply PPF over something that's trashed, right?
Exactly
You need to get it all looking good.
Exactly that.
And back to normal. So yeah, guys, on this, we basically did a one-step. We just went around a little bit different. So I'm used to Kokemi H902. We were using H802. So I don't know the differences, to be perfectly honest. It worked very, very similar to what I'm used to. So I'll check in with my guys I have a lot of friends at Kokemi USA. Obviously they didn't import that one, but but everything's coming out really, really well. We're actually going to be coming back here in a week's time to do dry ice blasting on the engine compartment, and then also kind of testing it out on some other areas as well. So we're excited for that. But yeah, man, we're couldn't be happier with how this came out. If you guys are in the UK, definitely make sure to check them out, because they offer the level of cars also outside.
There's a few nice ones there today.
Yeah. It's like, this is the right place to go, man. It's incredible. So, Rye, thank you so much, man. I appreciate your time. Absolutely. And hopefully you guys will see him again stateside in some videos with me here in this. So
protection film.
Yeah, exactly. I want to learn this, because I think it's a great service. So perfect. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys again on Monday for the dry ice.
Perfect.
Cool.
Awesome.
All right, guys, so we are finally here at Sub-Zero Clean now. We're going to be doing a dry ice cleaning of the engine bay compartment of the Lotus. We've got Brad here. He's going to just walk us through real briefly kind of the process of what you're going to do. We'll talk about the machine really quickly as well, because I don't think there's any of these in the US personally. It's a Karcher dry ice
unit,
machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll walk through that really quickly, just to show some footage of that, and then go ahead and talk about what's going on to the interior. So, Brad, just really quickly, what can we expect out of dry ice cleaning, and why should people go that route over just a traditional clean?
So the dry ice doesn't use any detergents, any sort of degreasers. We can just use the ice alone to get that finished result.
Yep.
Sort of as we go around the vehicle, we'll be able to get the dust sort of out of those nooks and crannies, any greases, any oils. We'll remove out of the engine bay.
And that way you're not leaving, leaving it going with the degreaser, you may leave a little bit of that degreaser behind. In this case, it's just removing all that.
No water stains, just clean.
Just perfectly clean. And so basically with the dry ice cleaning, just so to kind of explain what it's doing, it's basically, I don't want to put it like a sandblaster, but it's basically taking little pellets of dry ice.
It is probably the best way to explain it.
Okay.
It is, in theory, the same as sandblasting.
Okay.
Using compressed air to fire out the medium, but in this case, our medium is the dry ice.
Yep.
So as it comes up to temperature, instead of turning into a liquid, it sublimates and turns into a gas.
Got it. Okay.
So there is no mess, there's no water left behind, sort of in engine looms. It's just a nice, clean finish.
And that way it's basically freezing the dirt and making it just kind of fall off, essentially?
Sort of the air pressure itself is enough to remove a lot of dirt and dust.
Yep.
But with that sort of extra medium in there, it does freeze any sort of sealants, glues, tars. Will freeze it and break that bonding surface, and then obviously be removed with that compressed air as well.
So in today's case, we're using it on the engine compartment.
Yep.
What other stuff do you do with it?
I think the possibilities are almost endless. We sort of primarily sort of go for automotive sort of detailing business. Obviously this is what we do, but we can do, I've done my shoes, we've done seats, we've done seat belts. Yep. We can almost do anything.
I know when I first came by, you guys had just done that Alcantara steering wheel. So, okay, beautiful. And then obviously, really fine tuning all the suspension components, all that kind of stuff with that. Just allows you to get in there and get everything perfect.
So we can hit a lot of areas with the dry ice that you wouldn't necessarily be able to hit.
Yep.
With sort of your normal methods, being a jet wash, you can get the water in there. Yep. You're also going to leave water in there.
Sure.
With the dry ice, we're able to get into those nooks and crannies and sort of get right up into there, getting all the dirt and grime out.
Beautiful.
So in terms of protecting the metal moving forward, it is a clean base to then get the products onto.
All right, guys, so there you have it. Again, dry ice cleaning. That's something that I've never done in the past, so this is my first experience with it, and I'm very, very impressed. Now, the process is absolutely amazing. Again, no residue left behind, anything like that, just cleans the surface. Now, it's not gonna remove damage, right? Some of the components in this engine compartment are old and corroded. It's not gonna remove that, but there's not a lick of dust on this thing anymore, not a lick of dirt. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's really an amazing process. I even got to take the gun myself and blast out some areas and kind of test things out. So really, really cool. Again, thank you so much to Sub-Zero here in Worcester, England. And yeah, make sure, guys, if you need any car detailing or dry ice cleaning, check out Pyramid Car Care and Sub-Zero Clean right here in Worcester. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please make sure to like the video, make sure you're subscribed, turn on the notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one.